Hey family, welcome back. I just want to make a quick note. So, a lot of you have noticed have been saying like, "Oh, you don't like this translation." But here's the thing. I will just read multiple translations. So, I'll read this one to give respect to the person who took time to construct it, right? I don't want to disrespect them. I'll finish this one, then I'll just read another translation. I'll just read endless translations of Quran. Because what's cool is that in my class we talk a lot about translation, right? We just finished reading part of the Tale of Genji of Japan, which is a 12th century novel, and the professor would have mentioned a lot about translation, right? And I mean, I've read different kinds of Bibles, so the translation's there. I mean, don't worry, family. I can read multiple translations, so don't get too hung up on just this series. I will read more translations, so don't worry about that. And then when that time comes, I'll do a poll, and then I will ask you which copy. I'll do a poll like on my Twitter. When I'm done with this entire Quran, I'll be like, which one do you guys want me to read? And then you'll put the title, like, or a link to the Amazon link or something like that, or I can go to find it in a bookstore. But either way, I will read all the translations you guys want. I have no problem reading to the end of days. I just like it. So don't worry, family. So we're starting on Al-Imran, Surah 3, Part 4, Verse 101. And how would ye deny faith while unto you are rehearsed the signs of Allah, and among you lives the apostle? Whoever holds firmly to Allah will be shown a way that is straight. O ye who believe, fear Allah as he would be feared, and die not except in a state of Islam. And hold fast all together by the rope which Allah stretches out for you, and be not divided among yourselves, and remember with gratitude Allah's favor on you. For ye were enemies, and he joined your hearts in love, so that by his grace ye became brethren, and ye were on the brink of the pit of fire, and he saved you from it. Thus doth Allah make his signs clear to you, that ye may be guided. So I like how he says, and be not divided among yourselves. There's this military term called divide and conquer, and that came to mind when I just read this. So it's very important to be united. Let there arise out of you a band of people, inviting to all that is good, enjoining what is right, and forbidding what is wrong. They are the ones to attain felicity. Be not like those who are divided amongst themselves, and fall into disputations after receiving clear signs. For them is a dreadful penalty. On the day when some faces will be lit up with white, and some faces will be in the gloom of in the gloom of black, to those whose faces will be black, will be said, did ye reject faith after accepting it? Taste then the penalty for rejecting faith. But those whose faces will be lit with white, they will be in the light in truth. And Allah means no injustice to any of his creatures. 109. To Allah belongs all that is in the heavens and on earth. To him do all questions go back for decision. Ye are the best of peoples, evolved for mankind, enjoining what is right, forbidding what is wrong, and believing in Allah. If only the people of the book had faith, it were best for them. Among them are some who have faith, but most of them are perverted transgressors. They will do you no harm, barring a trifling annoyance, if they come out to fight you. They will show you their backs, and no help shall they get. Shame is pitched over them like a tent, wherever they are found, except when under a covenant of protection from Allah and from men. They draw on themselves wrath from Allah, and pitched over them is the tent of destitution. This because they rejected the signs of Allah and slew the prophets in defiance of right. This because they rebelled and transgressed beyond bounds. Not all of them are alike, of the people of the book, are a portion that stand for the right. They rehearse the signs of Allah all night long, and they prostrate themselves in adoration. They believe in Allah and the last day. They enjoin what is right and forbid what is wrong, and they hasten in emulation and all good works. They are in the ranks of righteousness, or the good that they do. Nothing will be rejected of them, for Allah knows well those that do right. Those who reject faith, neither their possessions nor their numerous progeny will avail them aught against Allah. They will be companions of the fire, dwelling therein forever. What they spend in the life of this material world may be likened to a wind which brings a nipping frost. Hey, it mentions frost. Does the climate where this first recitation have frost? Like, is there like a... Where was Muhammad when he heard the recitation and they wrote it down? I wonder if now I'm gonna save this because that translation, like, I'm gonna see how other people translate it. So that's verse 117, Al-Imran, Surah 3, Part 4, because it specifically mentions frost. I wonder how there cannot be frost in the desert, can there, family? I took geology and geography. My professors would be so mad at me right now for not remembering that. But frost means it's like super cold. It strikes and destroys the harvest of men who have wronged their own souls. It is not Allah that hath wronged them, but they wrong themselves. O ye who believe, take not into your intimacy those outside your ranks. They will not fail to corrupt you. They only desire your ruin. Rank hatred has already appeared from their mouths. What their hearts conceal is far worse. What have made plain to you the signs, if ye have wisdom? Ah, ye are those who love them, but they love you not. Though ye believe in the whole of the book, when they meet you, they say, we believe, but when they are alone, they bite off the very tips of their fingers at you in their rage. Like, interesting. Say, perish in your rage. Allah knoweth well all the secrets of the heart. If aught that is good befalls you, it grieves them. But if some misfortune overtakes you, they rejoice at it. But if ye are constant and do right, not the least harm will their cunning do to you. For Allah compasseth round all about that they do. I like that. That, like, people rejoicing at your harm and in taking joy out of seeing you suffer. That's very sad. Remember that morning thou didst leave thy household early to post the faith at their stations for battle, and Allah heareth and knoweth all things. Remember two of your parties meditated cowardice, but Allah was their protector, and in Allah should the faith ever put their trust. Allah had helped you at Badr when ye were a contemptible little force. Then fear Allah, thus may ye show your gratitude. Remember thou saidst to the faithful, it is not enough for you that Allah should help you with 3,000 angels, specially sent down? Whoa, wait a minute. Is this saying that when there was a battle? So, like, when there was a battle, because I believe I learned in my class, Muhammad went around and united military forces. So is he saying here that God sent angels to participate in the war? That's very cool. I've never heard that before. Yea, if ye remain firm and act aright, even if the enemy should rush here on you in hot haste, your Lord will help you with 5,000 angels making a terrific onslaught. So it's saying here, I think, like if you ask God to help you, like if you're like a general, that if he favors you, if he loves you, and you have earned it, he will help you in your military strategies through angels. And some that reminds me of Athena, the Greek goddess Athena in Odysseus. The Odyssey, Odysseus in the Odyssey, she is a strategy uh, god, and she often helped Odysseus in his battles. Obviously, that was a myth and legend, but for Italians and Greeks and Macedonians, that would have been very like interesting. So that's very cool that the Quran is saying that angels can intervene. Allah made it but a message of hope for you, and an assurance to your hearts in any case. There is no help except from Allah, the Exalted, the Wise. That He might cut off a fringe of the unbelievers or expose them to infamy, and they should then be turned back frustrated of their purpose. Not for thee, but for Allah, is the decision whether He turn in mercy to them or punish them. For they are indeed wrongdoers. To Allah belongeth all that is in the heavens and earth. He forgiveth whom He pleaseth, and punish whom He pleaseth. But Allah is oft forgiving, most merciful. O ye who believe, devour not usury, doubled and multiplied, but fear Allah, that ye may really prosper. Fear the fire, which is prepared for those who reject faith, and obey Allah and the Apostle, that ye may obtain mercy. There's usury again. I remember that there's a lot of repetition in the Quran. The Allah is often most forgiving, most merciful. I like that. This it actually can come into your mind at random moments. I've noticed that. Okay, family, what do you think? It's very cool. I want to know more about these angels. I want to know. I bet you there's going to be more as we go along. What do you think?